Peace, love, and light. Peace, love, and light. Check this out, y'all. This is from Kalah's video a day or two ago where he was out in the park and he was filming this blinking light. I took a screenshot and enhanced the photo, and you can see it's literally like an antichrist type figure, blinded in the right eye. And I have a shot that a friend of mine took earlier where he saw an angelic being shoot an energy ball through the head of a giant entity and hit him in the right eye. Then Kalah put a video up later on that evening of an entity flying through the sky, which just looked like a blinking light. You could see the detail in it. I'll try to pull down some of the bright. It just looked like this, blinking through the sky. None of this was seen. So like I said, I took a screenshot, enhanced it, and it's a giant head. You can see his eye here, his nose, his mouth. Here's the entire head, and the right eye is blurted out. I'm just gonna hold that in, folks. I mean, you can see the look on his lips. See his cheekbone, his eye, and the other eye is a complete light. And like I said, a friend of mine showed me a picture earlier of an entity throwing an energy ball with an animal face on it at this creature earlier in the day. Spiritual wickedness in high places, folks, in the heavens, the skies, above you at all times. This is the entity that threw the energy ball, an angelic being. I outlined it so people can see it. His wings are spread open. Here's his arms up. Here's his body. Here's the face, and he has a point on the top of his head. I'm going to try to zoom in tight on the face. I'm going to pull down some light. That's the entity right there, folks. You see his body. His arms going up this way. Here's his face. White beard, eye, pointed ear, and a point on top of his head. This is the entity that threw the energy ball. Just look at the detail in the wings. This is the energy ball that was thrown, folks. Just like the one I showed on the images from the sun, where it was giant supernatural beings having a war, throwing energy weapons at each other to have faces inside of the energy ball, folks. Right out of the cartoons. Can't make it up. Seeing is believing. I'm going to zoom in on that face. You see the nose, the eyes, the mouth, the horns. People that seen the video I did of images from the solar observatory, I showed you giant beings up there throwing energy balls out of their hands. Yes, like right out of the cartoons. And you see the motion. Hermes Trismegisto, the winged god. The helmet, the wings, you see it, right? The face. Here it is in the sky. People don't understand what's going on, but it's okay. Time is short. You see the giant helmet on the entity. Clearly see his face. Okay, shout out Chris Archer. It's one of his picks from one of his videos. Let's take down some of the light so you can see it. Outline of the wing on the helmet. Crazy face. Hold it in tight for you, folks. This is in the sky, whether you want to believe it or not. Spiritual wickedness in high places in the heavens, right above you. Angels and demons, folks. Watching everything you do. Full picture. Look at the detail on that, folks. Seeing is believing. We were supposed to go live tonight, but I don't know what happened. So I'm just going to do a video, folks. Peace, love, and light. You already know. Hermes, the winged helmet deity or god. Moving on. Just look at this, folks. Like, this is, I mean, nothing's been done to this picture. Understand that. Like, I mean, look at this smoke coming out of this craft. This is what I'm talking about, people. Like, these ships right here will release this smoke, or what people would think is clouds, and then it's camouflage for them to move around. It's very simple. How do you get this in the middle of the sky? No one pays attention. Aerodynamic, sleek. I mean, a massive ship, and then look at the smaller UFO vessel that's hovering right above it. I mean, you darn near can see the person that's in its head. Let me see if I can super zoom in on that for you. It's crazy, folks. Looks like an explosion. It's so black. Massive entity. Spiritual wickedness in high places, folks. You see the giant creature's head, pointed ear, eye, nose, crazy looking mouth, and it has something in the middle of his forehead. I'll hold that in for you to show you that monstrous looking creatures exist. It's crazy, right? Look at the shoulders. Let's zoom in on that face again. Look at that. You saw that in person, boy. You already know. Heart attack central. Better have some good cardiovascular, I can tell you that. They show you this in all the movies, folks. This is from the Truman Show. They show you the architect or the creator looking down on his creation inside the dome. Depictions of your existence, of where you live and everything, folks. Look at that. They even showing you the underworld, the caverns that are right under you, the different levels right under you, the flat disc, where you are, and how much more is out here that you don't have access to because you're inside the snow globe, the bubble. That's why they give you these sports, and they say, oh, the NBA's playing inside of a bubble. But they try to say like a bubble of protection, so everyone comes in, no one goes out. You don't risk any infection. But the bubble is symbolism for this. Whenever you hear them talking about shattering the glass ceiling, they're talking about this. Whenever they tell you that something is spiking, or we're trying, I forget the terminology they use, but it's always about a glass ceiling. Reaching that ceiling. Shout out China Miss Jones, massive warship. I mean, you clearly can see it. It's outlined. You can see the different levels in it. Detail and structure and design. And entities on the outside of it. Let's zoom in. Head and shoulders. Massive craft. Look at the front of it. Aerodynamically pointed. China Miss Jones, picture of the Stargate, folks, that she got from Google Earth. Okay? I mean, look at the etchings that's on the side of this thing. Look at that, folks. That is a solid line going through there. That is construction. Understand that. I can tell you, with all the false flag stories that they're putting on the news, people, get ready, because they want to have a race war. They want white against black. They want blue against black. They want a complete civil war, and they're trying to use race. They're trying to use the police. They're using any tactic they can to make people go crazy, folks. And understand, in every major city, it's tons of violence and murder. You know, crime is through the roof. Understand that. You know, because these ships fly around and spray the skies with toxic chemicals. And when you're already a low vibrational being and you're on drugs and alcohol and all other government prescription medicines, they know. They turn the frequency on and all types of hell breaks loose. Where do you think they get that term from? Hell breaking loose. All hell has broken loose, because that's where we are. And that's why it's portals in and out of this place. It's not Earth. Wake up. If it's Earth, leave a real picture of Earth on my YouTube page, on my channels, and my comments. If you can, find a real picture. So then, miss me. This is where I got the flying entity from. Flying through the sky. Humanoid being. When I say humanoid, arms, legs, and head. Look at his face. Look at the detail on his back. The wings are translucent. See the fish-like body. True soul, light being, folks. Flying through our skies. And look what he's flying into. He's flying with all the rest of these other souls, and they're entering into this massive mouth of this winged creature. Here's the creature right here. His mouth is open. I'll zoom in on that for you. You see the soul beings going in his mouth? That's the creature. See? Flying in. You see the spiral, and they're all going in. Here's the creature's wings, folks. Another angel right above him. Multiple wings. You see the face? Animal face. Face, eye, nose, mouth, giant head, and you see the crazy elongated appendages falling backward. Seeing is believing, folks. I'm here to tell you. Let's go to this spiral with this giant entity in here controlling some type of portal in mid-air. See it, folks? Angels right above you. You would never know because they tell you it's clouds. You see the face? I'm here to show you, folks. More angelic beings. You see the wings, elongated head, body. Look at the mouth open on this creature. I mean, you could clearly see his eye right here. Bony forehead, look like horns. Mouth open and receiving the souls. Look at that. Massive UFO hovering in plain sight. That's it. Bottom of it is extremely black. Remember, folks, you're only seeing a certain spectrum. So a lot of stuff you don't see because your eyes can't pick it up. That's where I come in. You see the angels all in a row with a horse in the front. Let me zoom that out and show you. Zoom in on the creatures. Creatures you've never seen before, that's not classified. They never told you in school. See the crazy looking horse face? People on his back. Let's go down the row. Look at this guy leaning out. Head, arm, crazy looking body. Just keep going down the row. I'll zoom in on this entity. See, all white. See the heads, the shoulders, face, eyeballs. Let's hold it in tight for you. Zoom in up here. Show you the dragons that are flying around, that are coming through the ether. You see the head of the dragon, you see his eye, you see his body, you see his wing. I'm just gonna hold that in for you, folks. Pull down a little bit of light. There we go. Look at that, right out of a cartoon. Look, my pen is right on his eye. See the head, the front part of the face, elongated neck, and look at the white of the eye, then the black of the eye. You can see this thing has a horn on his forehead. I really wish my computer was running a little faster, folks. I really would have went live and not just did a video. But yeah, the computer or laptop that I have, processor's not fast enough. So when I go live, it buffers. So it really comes out to be like an ugly video. So I don't want to waste my time. Look at that structure. Look at this creature right here reaching out. Look at that. You can see the black hair of it. Black hair, looks like it's braided up or dreaded. Dark colored clothing. Arm reaching out. I mean, you can see that it has fingers. I mean, I got you close in so you can see the detail on this thing, y'all. Look at the colors. Should be no naysayers at this point. Seeing is believing. Massive UFOs just parked in the sky. Look, I'll zoom in on it right here. Look at that. You see the purples. More ships. Faces. You see it looks like some type of old hag creature. Eye, nose, crazy looking mouth, weird white looking hair, like a giant witch. See the shoulder coming down. Yeah, folks. Seeing is believing. You see it for yourself. Look at that. Zoom in on that face again. Multiple faces. Spiritual wickedness in high places, folks. That's why we have so many murders and all other forms of ill behavior, because this is not earth, folks. They lied to you. That's where all the bad shit happens here. And it's a bunch of bad people here that think they're good. And they all blame God. Well, if God existed, why'd I gotta go through this? Why I gotta live through this? Why I gotta have family members die and be killed? Because you're in hell. Because you don't really believe. I understand. This thing is so supernatural, people can't even explain the creation of this place, the creation of anything. So to deny a master architect or designer or creator of all things would not be using your logic. Okay, folks? We didn't create the spiritual realm. It's the spiritual realm and things that are man-made. Understand that. I'm showing you all types of creatures, folks. Bird-faced deity here with all white on. I mean, you know, that's what I do. I mean, you can see his bird beak and everything. His eye, his forehead, his white garment. More entities and creatures all around. The flying entity or soul being. Let's go in closer on the face. Arms forward, body extended. Every bird in the sky is not a bird, folks. I'm trying to tell you. The Bible is clear about a lot of things, you know? And I take what I can get out of the Bible and put in real life or apply in real science, okay? If the Bible explains a creature I never saw before, and then I actually go out and take a picture of it, that's confirmation, folks, that certain things are relevant. Look at that. You see the demonic face in the feathers. Extreme close up and some highlight. Look at that face, folks. Look how black the eyes are. Now, this is over top of the house, y'all. Now, for the layperson, you'd be like, okay, I don't see anything. But if I just bring down the bright a little bit, you can kind of see what's there. And you see the colors in it, folks. No way in the world something that massive should be hovering over multiple houses. Like, this is over the whole entire neighborhood. And then when we drop down the light and highlight it, you see it for yourself. That's a massive ship. Look at the detail that's in it, folks. This solid straight line with the whole chakra chart on it, colors. Every chakra color, folks. And the yellow line is showing you the shape of the craft. Aerodynamic and all. Look at that. Look at these ridges on the bottom of the ship. The original. I see it. Solid line going through it. Typical UFO. From every movie you ever seen in your life. Massive craft. Look at that. Spiritual protection is real, folks. Shout out I Am Goddess. She sent this picture in. And like, just look at all the spiritual beings that's sitting outside the craft. There's entities everywhere sticking out of this thing. Look at this little ugly face on this guy. Okay? I mean, massive shit. Massive, folks. Look at that. And look at the entities going up in a straight line. Let's see if I can adjust some of this light and pick it up. Look at that. You see that? You see that giant right there? I'm going to zoom in on his face to show you. That's his face right there, folks. See his arm? Come on. You see that face? Nose, eyes, mouth, giant head. Unbelievable. And then where do we get all these crazy lights from? Look at the entities at the top right here. All gold. All gold, angelic beings, folks. Learn that. Can't say something is real or fake until you've seen it for yourself. Look at this guy with his arms open, all gold body, and another one right over top of him. Let me pull down some of the light so I can make you aware of what I'm aware of. These supernatural spiritual beings exist. Look at all the colors of the chakras, people. Golds, purples, yellows, reds. I mean, you see, like, that's a entity right there. Let's super zoom in. It's the best I can get with it, folks. Look at that guy. See his chest, his head, arms, body. Go back. Look at that. Living vessels, folks. See the guy's face? Eye, nose, pointed ears. Yeah, folks. Angels and demons. That's all there is. It's either one or the other. It's either one or the other, folks. Everybody is a pawn in the devil's game. Just playing people like fools. I am goddess again. You see the Most High right here. See his halo. See his face right here. Then he has angels that look like animals in front of his face. Here and here. You see the eye on this creature? See it? Giant. Face not exposed in the middle. Massive halo. And these entities over here begging. That's what they're doing, folks. Begging. They're trying to buy their way back in. They want off this place. They want out of here. But nothing can escape the dome. Look at these sentinel beings watching guard. I mean, I'm telling you, folks. Just look at them. Creatures trying to make bargains to get out of this place, offering up souls. Look at this. Look how bright this picture is. Look, here's the giant being right here that's patrolling or controlling the sky that day. You see his darked out eyes, giant beard. You see his arm is out, and this is the entire body of the entity. You see how he blocks out the sun and creates shadows on the dome? Okay? Because there's entities all around trying to offer souls to buy their way out of here. And this is a highlight of the creature where I put the black dots around his eyeballs and his beard. And I'm going to show you how they're trying to offer up souls. See how the demonic beings with the horns have all these people gathered around here, and they're all begging this creature for mercy. You see how they're looking up? You see that guy's face? Yeah. Seeing is believing, folks. And look at the entities that are across from him.